Okay, welcome back you guys. So today we're going to do a move from reverse de la Riva, and today we have Yousef on the channel.
What's up guys, hopefully all is well. So hopefully I can be a good partner for Ben, and let's take it away. He just showed it to me, it's pretty cool, and let's see if we can break it down. I'll be asking some questions because it's new to me relatively. I'm not too comfortable with inverting, but let's see how it goes.
Beautiful. Okay, so my partner is standing, I'm seated like this, and we're going to start in a position called reverse de la Riva. So you have standard de la Riva and you have reverse de la Riva. Standard de la Riva is this position here. You see, it's my left leg and then Yousef's right leg, so it's opposite.
Okay.
We're going to do reverse de la Riva, which is Yousef's right leg and my right leg.
Right.
Okay. So you see, my hamstring is going over his shin here. I have a thumbless grip of his ankle, like so, and this foot is going to vine around his legs like a grapevine. It's going to go all the way around like this. You see, it's not loose like this. My foot is not dangling. I wrap it around like this.
Okay.
From here, I'm also going to cut behind the knee, and this foot can either go underneath your own ankle. I'd recommend not putting it on top, but underneath your own ankle.
Okay.
And some people like to put it on their hip.
This is good.
Yeah. And notice, I'm not flat on my back. Okay. A, because it makes it very difficult to vine, and B, it makes it very difficult to invert, which is the next part of the move. So even when I start, I create a little angle here. You see this tiny little space. We're going to use this in a moment. Thumbless grip, thumblessly grabbing behind the knee, Yousef's knee. This is called a claw grip. Okay, and then foot on the hip or foot behind my own foot. Okay, so you see, I'm on one hip. Okay, I'm going to take this hand and I go palm next to his shin. Okay, so my hand was this side, I'm going to pass it to the other side.
Okay.
Why am I doing this? Because I push off of Yousef's shin, and that helps me invert. Okay, so I release his knee, I swing this hand, okay, and I create as much momentum as I can, and notice I'm only spinning on one shoulder. Okay, you want as little friction with your body and the mat as possible. The less friction you have, the better it is to invert. Okay, so I'm here like this, I pass this hand across, I swing here, and notice I'm grabbing Yousef's secondary leg, and now look what I do. I go into this position here. So the easiest way to describe this is I have an inside leg and an outside leg. My inside leg is going to stay in between Yousef's legs.
Okay.
My outside leg is going to spin all the way around. So it's pretty easy, right? Inside leg stays in, outside leg goes all the way around. I'm here like this, pass the hand, swing. Notice my leg here. I just go from one leg to the other leg, like so. And my outside leg spins all the way around, and now click. I end up in this position here. Notice I'm scissoring my legs, okay? My legs are nice and tight here. If I relax my legs, look what happens, like this. And my partner, Yousef's going to be pushing down, okay? So you have to be super tight like this, okay? Obviously you can't stay here forever, but this has to be tight. I'm scissoring my legs, and I'm keeping hold of his legs as well. So one more time.
Sure.
I'm here. You can even do it from sat upright, okay? It's also going to help with the inversion. Pass the hand across. I swing all the way around, and then I click into this position. Now from here, you see this bottom leg. I have a top leg and a bottom leg. I take my bottom leg and I vine it through one more time.
Okay.
Okay, so I would either be placing my foot on his hamstring, or I could also connect to this hamstring. I'd probably recommend here, because if it's like this, he can dunk my leg and step over it. Yeah, he can limp leg off, and then I'm losing the position. So if you're here, notice I have my foot on his hamstring. So I'm here, I vine this bottom leg all the way through. And it's not loose, my foot is not dangling here, because he might be able to toe hold me or just grab my foot. I connect it to his body. Yeah. And now look what I'm going to do. I grab this leg, I spin all the way underneath, and I collapse my partner down onto their hands. Okay, let's just cover that bit one more time. If we go here. Pass the arm across, swing, click onto this secondary leg, vine the foot through, and this works best when you have momentum. So I'm here, I whip underneath, and also I grab his foot to help collapse him down to the ground. Now from here, I go down on the toes, up on the heel with the wristwatch area of my arm, and now from here I can push his knee down to the mat, and I can go for a heel hook here. And there's the sub. Whoop, I'm just gonna
My bad. Thank you.
untangle my legs.
No worries.
So Yousef, what kind of questions are we thinking of here?
Right. So the first thing is just starting from this position.
Yeah.
So you're attaching here with your foot.
Yes.
How much of the initial part, because in a live rolling situation, you would probably need momentum. So if I'm, trying to resist, when would you time that spin?
So if you step forward, I don't have to move as much because that leg is already close to me.
Right.
So I can just pass the arm across and then come here.
Okay.
If that leg was super far away, if you go even more, yeah, I'm not going to go for it. Yeah.
So you want to try to off balance me towards you.
Yeah, I'm thinking things like this where I can start off balancing you here. I can go
as I rebalance or regroup, you can spin.
Yeah, exactly. So as soon as you step forward, you've done half the job for me. Now this, you kind of telegraph it. You don't have to do this, but I think it's going to help. Okay, I push with the back of my hand into your shin, and notice you have to be very good at this.
Because you're also using this to push.
Yeah,
So you're using this, you're inverting on your shoulder.
Everything.
It's one movement.
Like you have 4 limbs, try and use all of them all of the time. Why not, right?
I agree.
If you have a limb, use it. So I'm
Okay.
here like this.
Perfect, and you're spinning.
I
Great.
am
So my next question is right here. When you attach onto the leg, you're kind of extending your hips and you're shooting above my knee line. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Such a important point.
Okay.
If my knees are below your knee line,
I can just this always happens with me. So I just wanted to double check.
yeah,
Because knee line is super important. It's kind of like an arm bar and the elbow line,
yes.
where you need to just make sure that you have that attachment.
Do you want to
So
cover- do you want to
yeah, I
cover?
was just gonna say, I think for any submission and technique, you're really focusing on the breaking point, the line of the breaking point. If I extend now, and even if he was to try to escape, it's very difficult. Why? Because I have full control over the breaking line. If he was out, I don't have any breaking power. So I guess it's the same with the knee. So if you could just do that again with the inversion, and you kind of spin and attach right above the knee. That's super cool. And okay, so even if someone gets here, you would thread your foot through, correct? And then you would go forward, yeah. So from here, are you pushing? I guess you're pushing with this leg forward, right? And you're trying to off balance me forward, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring my knees forward.
Okay.
From my experience, it's best with the momentum.
Right.
So it's a little bit difficult because we're doing it slow.
Yeah.
If I do it fast,
Sure.
it
Take your
should
time.
it should be a little bit better. So I'm here like this. Here.
Nice.
And you see, like,
Yeah.
I whip my body under.
You really just, you break the guy down almost like a spiral.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I'm pulling. I thread my leg. I invert back inside, and that creates like a spiral effect. I'm pulling you down to the ground.
Okay, nice. Should we do it one more time?
If we do one more.
Yes, of course. So, attach.
Like this.
And now go over just the finishing part here.
The breaking part?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Maybe we should face a better angle just for the camera.
If we spin.
Yeah, this way. Yeah. Yeah.
So I have this position here,
Yeah.
which is called backside 411. Okay. It's very important that your knee is on this side of my body.
Right.
If that knee is free,
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world. I can start to come up and take the back like this.
Yeah.
But you've obviously lost the heel hook.
Right.
So it's not ideal.
Okay. Go again.
Something like this. If we spin one more time.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that knee is very important. I have to have it on my side of the body. I can even use my elbow here to push that knee down towards the ground. Okay, I want it nice and locked in place. You see, I'm pushing down here, and it's very important that his toes get caught in the crook of my elbow.
Right.
Okay, so his toes are all, touching my ribs here, and I pinch them in place with the crook of my elbow like this. So between the ribs and the crook of my elbow. From here, we put the wristwatch on his heel like this. And there's different grips you can do. You can do gable grip, you can do figure 4 grip, you can even do reverse figure 4 grip, which is the strongest
Nice.
of all the grips. But 9 times out of 10, I just do like a gable grip or a butterfly grip.
Okay.
Okay, so I go down on the heels, I'm rotating this heel, and there's the break.
Nice. So you're rotating, and I feel like you're also extending at the hips. Is that correct?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm extending my legs a little bit, not too far, because you obviously don't want to for them to free the knee line.
Right. So it's mostly rotational.
Rotating the core. What people do with heel hooks is it's just upper body arm strength. You want to pinch your elbows close to your core and then rotate from there. So you see, it's one unit.
Because it was super powerful once you collected the toes. You kind of compressed. It's like cutting out the slack. So you really kind of tightened up everything, and then just any small rotation was great.
Yeah.
So that was super. Thanks. That's all I have, honestly. That was awesome.
Should we leave it there?
Yeah, we should. I think. It's
Okay.
good.
One thing we could discuss is what the partner is doing here.
Sure, absolutely. So for me, if I was just naturally trying to defend, I would try to prevent you from inverting. I would also try to maybe stuff your legs down
Yes.
to prevent that mobility. So that's kind of how I would naturally respond. I would try to maybe peel here, step out. That's how I would go about it.
There's different things you can do. If you do start to have success, I might have to switch strategy. Okay, obviously this leg is going to be stepping around all over the place, but the hands can be really can really damage this move. You see this little gap here? If you lock your arm out and push this down, you see I've already lost this.
Yes.
Okay, and because this arm is here, if I start to invert, you can block me here. You can start grabbing underneath my neck like this.
And I can sprawl.
Yeah, you're sprawling on me.
Sure.
So it's not just about having the right move, it's about doing it at the right time as well. So I'm here, and most people, they have a bend at the hip like this.
Yeah.
You see, you're not fully upright. If you stand fully upright, guys, if your partner is doing this, they don't know too much about jiu-jitsu. They're going to be in like
not a staggered stance, almost like straight on.
Yes.
And I think that gives you easier access to the leg.
Exactly.
And you can kind of take your time with this. But a more experienced person will probably be staggered.
Yeah, something
bent,
like this.
Over, ready to start peeling and stuff. So let's say, what's your plan B from here in case, the guy's a bit maybe adamant on removing your grips, etc. Is there like a quick maybe backup option you could show?
One thing I was thinking of is if you come down, if I can switch to this, I can start coming up into an arm drag like this. I'm here. I can start to wrestle up like this, and then before you know it, you have back exposure.
Amazing. Okay, cool.
So never be afraid to abandon one move and then switch to another.
Okay.
Jiu-jitsu is very much about adaptation.
I agree.
So
okay,
it's not only important to have one move, but the whole system in place.
And so this is from reverse de la Riva.
Reverse de la Riva.
Reverse de la Riva. And this is one attack. This involves inverting. I assume there's a bunch of attacks you could do from that de la Riva hook. Reverse de la Riva hook.
Many, yes.
Right? Okay, cool. And if someone is not too comfortable with inversion, what would you suggest, recommend? Because it's not a natural movement, to kind of go on your shoulders like that. Are there any quick maybe drills people could do to kind of get that fluidity going before all the grips? Just that core inversion movement.
Yeah, so as a little warm-up before the technique, you can just practice inverting. Okay? When you invert, you don't want the weight, your body weight, to be on your own head or neck. Obviously, you're going to have a lot of injuries. If you turn for me.
Sure.
Whenever you invert, you want your weight across the shoulder line.
Okay.
And ideally, this is intermediate level. This is beginner, where the weight is on the head.
Yeah.
Intermediate level, the weight is on the shoulders. Advanced is when you can spin on one shoulder.
Okay.
Imagine if your whole body was off the floor, but just your shoulder was touching.
Like a top, just spinning.
Like a dreidel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why does a dreidel spin so easily?
It's on one point.
It's on one point, minimal friction.
Okay, super cool.
And lastly, with heel hooks, make sure you tap early. Very, very, very early. Okay?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of bad injuries because I guess the just having that attachment, having that grip on the heel, it's very easy to, you know, turn the wrong way, or for the guy to just, I mean, it's quite a sensitive or fragile ligament that you're tearing, because I think you're tearing at the knee, no? Is that where the breaking mechanic is? Because you call it a heel hook, we call it the heel hook, but I believe the actual breaking is on the knee.
It's strange, right?
It's strange, but I guess that's why people, like, they're thinking of their foot and then they realize, oh shit, my knee just went out.
It should be called the knee hook.
The knee.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
So,
we can petition for that, maybe. We'll speak to Firas or someone, I don't know.
Like, some people feel it in the ankle/heel area. Some people feel it in the knee. Some people feel it in both. Okay, and some people have very high pain tolerance, so they don't really feel anything and then snap.
Until it breaks, yeah.
Okay, everyone is going to fall into one of those categories, one of those four. But the idea is, if someone's entire body weight is going towards a small part of your body, like the knee ligament, because it's not just the whole knee, right? It's a single ligament, ideally, or ligaments on one side of the knee that we're attacking, or the even smaller tendons and ligaments
and the Achilles and the heel.
in the ankle. You're just asking for injury.
Yeah.
And I think the most important safety detail is, if we do the move one more time. Like this. If I have your heel, Yousef, do not backstep.
Yeah,
okay?
that's
if you do it like super slow-mo just for the camera, if you go here and I keep hold of this, what's going to happen?
I can't. I don't even want to do that. My knee's just going to rip apart.
It's going to explode, right? Yeah. You're going to break your own leg.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
So if your partner doesn't know this move, and you start to go for it and they do backstep, slowly for me.
It's over, yeah.
I'm going to let go immediately and obviously transition into a different position, a different leg lock. I can sit up like this. And then go into what's called double trouble with cross ashi.
Yeah. So this could happen, unfortunately, accidentally, totally accidentally. Okay, cool. Thanks for the disclaimer. I think people need it, because I've seen people be too spazzy with leg locks. Yeah. And it's like, you don't know where you're spinning, and even me, I don't know where I'm spinning sometimes. So I'd rather not take the risk. So yeah.
That's the important point. Knowing which way, knowing when and when not to spin.
100%.
Yeah,
I agree. Right. Awesome. I mean, like, maybe my last question would be the transition between the leg entanglement positions, because you were in a heel hook right there. What was that position? Was that the reverse? Or was it what would you call that? Backside heel hook? What would you call
I call that backside 411. Okay, backside cross ashi. The problem with leg locks is the same position can have multiple names.
Right.
Even if it looks exactly the same, one instructor calls it this, another instructor calls it a different name. That's why it's so complicated, because when I was learning leg locks, I would hear cross ashi, and then another coach would call it inside Senkaku, and I'm okay,
what is that?
What's going on?
It's difficult, and that's why I'm asking, because a lot of times I'm just keeping in mind, keep the knee line in place, make sure you have the heel kind of, controlled on the blade of your hand. But in terms of the actual seated position of the leg lock, is there any just visibility you can give? Because, I mean, if we could maybe show it at a different angle, because I do have a few questions from there. Feel free to enter the way you were entering normally. Yep, just like that. Perfect, you go through, brilliant. So from here, I see you have this leg hooked, right?
Yeah.
And then your other leg, where would you be putting your other leg? Are you controlling my far hip as well?
So yeah, I'm controlling as much as your body as possible. Yeah. I want to keep this one hooked here, okay? Again, I don't really want it dangling, because you can potentially like toe hold me or something like this. Yeah. I have it hooked here, and I'm naturally triangling my legs. If your legs weren't here, there would be a triangle.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Thanks. It might take some getting used to for someone who hasn't been in that position, kind of get comfortable there.
It's going to take some time. I'd say this is like an intermediate move, intermediate / advance. But I've definitely been using it successfully. And this specific move, I asked Firas Sahabi, is this the right thing to do? Can I do this from the inversion? Can I vine the leg through and then invert a second time? And he said yes, it's okay to do that. So I've got the okay from legit.
Yeah, it's legit.
Okay, so if this move doesn't work for you, it's not because the move sucks.
It's because you suck. No, I'm joking.
It's because you suck, guys. No, yeah. All jokes aside, Faraz Sahabi gave this one the green light. Me and Yousef are going to be providing you with more content on both channels. He has a channel as well, and we're going to start uploading on his as well. Okay?
Thanks, guys.
Take it easy.